Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Neptune in conjunct the North Node in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects of a natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Neptune in conjunct the North Node in a natal chart, one way it may manifest is that an adjustment, which is the inconjunct, may be needed between activities associated with relaxing and sleeping, which is Neptune, and going after your future, which is the North Node. One or the other may be overemphasized. The key is to find balance and equilibrium between the two. Because when you have inconjunct aspects in astrology, they can often, be, a lot of fluctuation, vacillation of energy. It can be very extreme energy. Again, one energy can be emphasized one moment, then you could be emphasizing something else. It could be where, in this case, you may be, dominated at times by relaxation, sleeping, lethargy. It may be to the expense of going after your future. It could be the other way around. It could be where, matters pertaining to your future and activities associated with them may be dominating your time, monopolizing your time and energy to the expense and exclusion of relaxation and sleeping. So again, it's about finding that balance, the equilibrium, the harmony with that energy. So let's say, if the North Node is in Aries as an example, your future may be pursued in a very, aggressive, manner, with little hesitation or procrastination, with a lot of, enthusiasm, not being readily discouraged. It may be, doing something Aries related, whether it could be carpentry or welding or arson investigation. It could be work with the military, law enforcement. It could be working in some, profession, connected with the head, such as, like helmet or hat design. It could be speech pathology or physiology as some examples. Now, another way this aspect may be expressed in the natal chart is that there may be an imbalance, which is the inconjunct, between activities associated with the less fortunate, which is Neptune, and those that may play an integral role in your future, which is the North Node. It could be where you may be dominated by one or the other. It could be that the activities, it could be associated with sacrificing for others, and the less fortunate, may monopolize your time and energy to the expense, of those activities connected with those prominent in your future. It could be the other way around. It could be that the people that play an integral role in your future may monopolize your time and energy to the expense or exclusion of those that are less fortunate than yourself, and in matters pertaining to sacrificing for others. So, again, it's about finding, the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium with that energy. So, let's say, for example, if the North Node is in Taurus, one or more of those people that may play an integral role in your future may actually be a Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are stolid and passive, patient, persistent, persevering, trustworthy, loyal, steadfast, but could also be very, stubborn, obstinate, and materialistic as well. Now, also, too, another way that this aspect may be expressed in the natal chart is that there may be too little, or I should say too much or too little inspiration, which is Neptune, in going after your future, which is the North Node. Now, at times you may have an exorbitant amount of inspiration in going after your future, and other times you may be just more apathetic in those matters and just very, not unmotivated and have little drive and motivation connected with that. So, let's say, for example, if you have the North Node, in Scorpio, the future, maybe pursued with a lot of passion, desire, emotional intensity, resourcefulness. It may be doing something Scorpio related, whether it be psychology, locksmithing, the occult, which includes astrology. It could be something with forensics, investigation, deep research, embalming, work that involves, surgery, or working as a coroner, or I'm doing something with insurance or loans, as some examples. Also, too, another way this aspect, may pan out in a natal chart is that Neptune-related people may either be extremely advantageous or maybe no help whatsoever. In terms of, you going after just matters connected with your mission and purpose, which is the North Node. Now, if the let's say it's a north now, so it can be at times where these people may be very beneficial in matters connected with your mission or purpose, but other times it could be where they may, they could be to your detriment to some degree, where the maybe providing some kind of diversion or distraction from matters with your mission or purpose, as an example. And so it could go either way, because when you have inconjunction astrology, it's a lot of extreme, vacillation of energy. So let's say if the North Node is in the zodiac sign Cancer, your mission and purpose may be tied in with home, family-related matters. It may be introverted activities. It could be doing something connected with home renovation or remodeling or roofing, real estate, cooking, culinary, restaurant work. It could be doing something associated with a laundry or plumbing business, as some examples. Also, too, those that figure prominently in your future, which is the North Node, may be exceptionally, it could be auspicious or detrimental in the attainment of dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. So it could go either way. If you have, let's say Neptune is in Sagittarius, the dreams and fantasies may be very prodigious and big, or they may be, tied in with something, Sagittarius related, whether it could be publishing, advertising, printing press operation. It could be doing something with foreign travel, religion, philosophy, college teaching, translation. It may be doing something with exploration or adventure, as some examples. Now, another thing, too, is that Neptune-related people may either be very propitious or no help at all, in terms of what you're learning and aspiring to be, which is the North Node. And Neptune-related people, that can cover a number of persons, whether it could be those that are less fortunate than yourself, or people that have been imprisoned, or people that are involved in poetry, dancing, photography, chemistry, spirituality, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology. So let's say, for example, if the North Node is in Leo, what you're learning and aspiring to be. Maybe somebody that, garners attention for what he or she is doing. It may be about being, charismatic and standing out among others. It could be doing something. It could be about being gregarious, generous, magnanimous, maybe even showy to some degree. Could be doing something, again, that could garner attention, like something with acting or entertainment. Being able to showcase your talents and abilities, as some examples. Now, another thing, too, is that you may find it very easy or difficult to isolate and relax, which is Neptune, in the second half of life, which is the North Node. Now, let's say if the North Node is in Virgo, as an example, that second half of life may be one in which you express a lot of hard work in industry, or it may be, doing things with a lot of cleaning, organizing, compartmentalizing. It may be doing something over or related, whether it's something connected with analytics, statistics, health and fitness, nutrition, cleaning, sanitizing, as some examples. Now, also, too, that another way that Neptune Inconjunct the North Node may be expressed in the natal chart is that hidden adversaries, which is Neptune, may at times have an adverse effect on your future and objectives, which is the North Node. And other times they just may have no effect at all, and there's nothing that's, that they're going to do that's going to derail you from what you're trying to attain in terms of your future and objectives. Now, let's say, if Neptune is in Capricorn, as an example, hidden adversaries, one or more may actually be a Capricorn sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the traits of the sign. It could be, older people or authority figures. It may be, people that are, might be very serious, disciplined, structured, consistent, have good powers of concentration, could be authoritative, could also be very cold, callous, and undemonstrative as well. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Lerner saying stay.